Well, today we're back with our handy dandy library parks pass. The guy actually scanned it. I've never had anybody scan it before, but he scanned it. And today we are at Lake Natoma, Black Miners Bar, actually. And we are, I don't know if you can see it or not, we are well, Black Miners Bar day use area, but we're actually right here at the end of this little road. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is the bike trail / end of the road, and it goes down toward the river, well, what turns into Lake Natoma. This is more of a reconnaissance mission. This is just like the parking lot area, but we're actually gonna go that way because I wanted to check this out down here. We're really close to major thoroughfares. You probably can hear them, motorcycles and stuff. But I wanted to come down here just to check it out because it's 3 o'clock and it's gonna get dark in about an hour and a half. So I'm not gonna have a whole lot to do here before I have to head back home. So let's just go. Now look at that branch on that tree. It's broken and it's just dangling there. Yeah, so let's go see. I've never been here before. I mean, this is all part of the Folsom Lake State Rec area. I'm used to the Auburn State Rec area. If you can see, you probably can see, maybe possibly, right in that little crack right there, you'll see cars going by. And there's a street, what do you call that? A stoplight there. So it's not like I'm out in the middle of nowhere. Isn't that pretty down in there? I don't know where that bridge originates. Probably up there, because this is the bike trail thing that goes down toward the lake. Isn't that pretty down in there? Except for the giant pipe. I think it's Auburn-Folsom Road. I wouldn't swear to it, because that is Greenback Lane. So it's nice and cool down here. I'm guessing that wooden bridge must come down off of Greenback Lane or something. It must be like an off-ramp down onto this trail. I literally did zero research, and I just put the location thing on my phone and said, okay, what's close to where I'm at? Let's go. So I have no history, no nothing, no background, no details, but okay, so I detoured out from underneath the bridge where I was because it was too sketchy. There's homeless people down there, people walking around in the shrubbery right next to me, so I'm like, no. So I came back to the first parking lot that I was in, which is at the west end of that bridge where we were walking under. This is actually the boat ramp, or a boat ramp, boat launch at Black Miners Bar for Lake Natoma. And this is the only place in the area that I've seen so far, in the 2 parking lots and the entrance. There's one little bathroom down there with 2 doors, but only one is open. This is Lake Natoma, which is a secondary dam lake created by a secondary dam from Folsom Lake, Folsom Dam. There's people over there fishing behind me, so I can't get them in the video. But I thought I'd come down here, and I actually brought my magnet. I thought I might chuck it in there just to see what's in there. Probably a lot of fish hooks, because there's a lot of people fishing, but some ducks over there and geese. It's pretty down here. Over there, across the river, I think it's actually over there. Yeah, it's over there underneath the bridge. There's some stairs that go up, but there's a Folsom Powerhouse over there. I think it's from like 1895, I want to say. The guy that started it harnessed the river, obviously, to send electricity down to Sacramento, which is, Sacramento's down that way. Folsom is over that way. Auburn is actually up that way. There's some seagulls over there. So, yeah. I don't want to get those people on video necessarily because, you know, it's a little weird. But let's go over here and see what's over here. It's all wet and muddy. I don't want to traipse around in the weeds too much because if there's a nest in there, I don't want to squash it. Hi, babies. What you doing? Huh? Oh, you're pretty. You are pretty. Huh? You remind me of my babies. Huh? Oh, look at you. Aren't you pretty? There you go. Oh, you're black. Okay, and you have white eyeball, white eye markings. You sure are pretty. I'm going to get the magnet out and see what I can find.
Oh, caught another one.
More seagrass, or river grass. Yeah, river branches and stuff. Yeah, there's lots of. This one's only a 550 pounds, but I've got one that's like 7 something.
That'll hold 550 pounds?
Supposedly, yeah. I don't know how you'd ever pull it up. See, there's a little piece of a. See all that black sand on there?
Yeah, it's.
You know what that is? It's that iron, which is when you see black sand and stuff, there's a high chance that there's a lot of gold in the area since we're in Folsom. Okay. You got a nice hunk of seagrass.
Oh, that's not the. This one can hold
550 pounds of seagrass. Of seagrass, apparently, because that's all we're catching. Which is good. That means that there's not a lot of stuff in the river. The thing with these magnets is this kind of magnet, when you're throwing it into the water, when it hits the bottom, it hits it like this, but then when you pull it, it starts to drag this way, so it's not catching anything really.
Does it go on the side?
It starts to, yeah, you start to drag it and bounce it across the side. So when you're doing it from here, if you just, like, if you bob it up and down, across the bottom of out a little bit and stuff, you have better chance of catching something flat on the bottom of the river. But there's magnets you can get that are double-sided that when you throw them out, they catch stuff on both sides. Well, we were just down, if you go down that way, there's that road down to the pier and the bridge and part of the lake. But back toward the parking lot, there's this trail. I thought I would come down here really quick just to see what's down here. Had a really interesting magnet fishing experience down there. Actually, I didn't hardly get to do any of it, but there's a kid that was down there with his dad. They were fishing. See all this stuff right here? These are all mine tailings from the miners. This is Black Miners Bar, right? This is all the not all of the mine tailings, but some of the mine tailings from back in the day. Yeah, piles of rock, I know, but I bet you there's a. Oh yeah, I bet there is. If you look over there where that tree is, right over there, there's that area. It's actually a hole, so I'm guessing that it's probably an old adit or an old, what do you call that, shaft. And a poopy. I don't want to step in that. But it's mine tailings all over down here. There's more over there, there's more over here. And I want to go down here, kind of, and see. So this wouldn't be too bad of a place to come walking. It's really late and the sun is sinking, and so, oh, there's somebody jogging coming that way. But I do kind of want to go over here just to see if I can get over here. Maybe, possibly. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, I bet that's what that is. So I don't fall in a hole, a shaft or something. I bet that was a part of somebody's diggings. And you can see, you see those holes, that one and that one? Somebody lives in those. I don't know who. It's neat down here. It's quiet back in here. Well, quiet except for the two busy thoroughfares that are within earshot. There's a pipe. Oh, that's nice. I could get that with a magnet. Huh. Okay, don't get hooked. There we go. Yeah. Well, I don't know. This part looks. I mean, that goes right out back out to the parking lot road, so I'm not really interested in that. And I suspect that this trail comes off of the bike trail part at some point somewhere, but it's hard to say. Well, we made it back to the car. It was kind of a weird, disjointed little event. I started out at a parking lot down, actually I started out in this parking lot to see where I was going, using my handy dandy little map that I have. I went down to another parking lot, started to walk under that bridge, realized, oh, this is kind of sketchy because there's somebody in the bushes that's walking around next to me, so we're leaving. Came back to this first parking lot and went down that way, down to the boat launch, and was going to do some magnet fishing. And when I got down there, there was a father and son that were down there fishing on the same dock that I was going to magnet fish. And as soon as the kid saw the magnet, he wanted to do it, which is fine. So I asked him, have you ever magnet fished before? He said, no. I said, oh, you want to try it? And he said, yeah. Grabbed onto that thing and was chucking it. And the only thing he caught was river grass. That was it. Wasn't anything in there, which is good. So I have some video of the magnet going into the water, and he was throwing it on all those shots. I may or may not put that in there, but that was the bulk of the video. And then I came back up the ramp, the parking lot thing, and went down that little trail just to see kind of where it goes. I didn't take it all the way down there, but I wanted to see. But if you come here to Lake Natoma, if you ask at the kiosk at the front desk, the ranger station, they'll give you a little map. But you need to have your handy dandy little parks pass, which you can get from, if you're in California, you can get these from the libraries, any library, and keep it for 3 weeks. You can, in the wintertime, you can just check it out, like 4 times. I think they let you renew it, which is great. I think I'm on my 2nd renewal. But anyway, so that's it for now. I don't know how this is going to come out because I don't know what I can use. But anyway, thanks for joining me, and I guess I'll talk to you later.